because
You need to find someone before you find someone
Trustworthy.
Have you found the person first before you know if they are
everybody's
trustworthy or not?
picking shifts. So there's no time to get to know, like, let's hang out.
Hi everyone, welcome to the Express channel. It's your girl Stella once again, and today we have lovely guests with us, and they are here to tell us everything about their life abroad. You know, we always talk about relocating in this channel, and I just felt, how about we have people that have passed through the process tell us everything they have done so far and everything they need to know in the UK. I'm like, okay, yeah, today we're having our beautiful baby's birthday celebration. Why don't I use this opportunity to ask us and get your best advice on what to do? So if you don't mind introducing yourself to our guests and let them know a bit about you, that will be so nice. Thank you. Starting from Mr. Temple, yeah?
Hi, my name is Anthony, and I'm happy to be here today to share my experience and a lot of other benefits as well. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Vivian. I'm a nurse working in the UK. I'm happy to be here as well.
Hi, I'm Choma, also a nurse working in the UK. I'm pleased to be here today.
Hi, my name is Victor. I'm so happy to be here today.
My name is Victoria, and I'm excited to be here.
Thank you guys so much for at least saying like accepting to do this with us. Like, thank you so much for the opportunity. Thank you. So the way I'm gonna do this, it's not gonna be like question answer. We are doing like a discussion type of thing. Yeah, you know, we need to give some little advice, and let's be real, make them know the things within the soap. You understand?
Okay. No shaking.
Okay. So now the first question I would like to ask, you know, if you feel like you are ready to speak up, that's fine. So the first question I would like to ask everyone is, what was your motivation to move abroad? Yeah, what motivated you? You know, some people have different reasons. So what would you say was the most distinct thing that made you say, you know what, I'm done?
For me, to be honest, let's say money or better life. But to be honest, like, the struggle back home was quite a lot. I can remember when I had to take like 4 transport because I was staying at Port Harcourt, and sometimes I had to drag a bus. Sometimes I got my trousers being torn, you know. But here now, simple life, you know. You go to work and come back. Nobody's disturbing you, and nobody's telling you. I can remember they used to tell me, "You're a small boy. I know you by profession and I know you by age." But to be sincere, I think to aspire more, to get more, and to have a better life, I think that's what inspired me, or what motivated me to come to the UK.
That's nice. How about you? What was your motivation?
I would just say I just wanted to grow in my profession. And one way I knew was I wasn't going to do that in Nigeria. So I needed to leave the country to have different experiences of different places, and then grow in the profession.
Actually, I would say change of environment. All through my life, I've been touring around Nigeria, and I've lived in Nigeria, so I just decided to.
Why did you go to Malaysia?
Okay, I decided to change environment, and I found UK as a very nice place, calm and cool. So I decided to come to UK, and I'm glad to be here.
It's
What's
nice.
your own motivation, Mr. Victor?
So, I mean, this is a very tough question because right from when I came here till now, I'm just realizing why I came. And I think I'm here because of just to better my life, because my family, my career, what I'll be tomorrow, everything is just connected. So it's a lot of things. So
How will you say yes?
I would say Sapa. When
Straight
it comes to career growth, I was a senior nursing officer in Louth, one of Nigeria's biggest hospitals. So I was on the way to grow in level 10 in federal civil service. Not bad, because I just finished NYC and got the job. So for me, it was Sapa. Like, how can you be senior nursing and you're still broke?
That's insane,
So that was my primary and biggest motivation, Sapa. Badly.
I think if you really ask most immigrants, I think better life will be one of their major answer. Like that's the
Obviously.
thing. I think so. So would you say transiting into the UK was like the easiest thing to do? Like, because we've heard so many things like, oh, accommodation this. We've heard like, oh, how to get like even bringing your kids. So many things. I know. Is anybody married here? No. Okay, we'll get to that later. That's what.
Easy on us.
We'll get there.
Well, they said transiting is a bit difficult, especially in terms of accent as well, and also accommodation. So, what would you say? I mean, this is a random to anyone that wants to answer a question.
For me, coming here was a bit difficult when I came in. I've been here for about 2 years now. So when I came, I had to write all the exams and all of that, and I got a lot of encouragement and assistance from there's this group Express Med in Express
They're the one,
Express Service.
Oh,
yeah,
our
so
service.
yeah,
Wow,
yeah,
thank you.
yeah.
They shot you.
both my IELTS and my CBT and all of that, it was easy because I had them.
Yeah, wow.
And then when I was applying for a job, then it was a bit difficult because no one gives you a job like that.
Yeah.
Because they said we're on the red list and all of that, but
That was the biggest.
I think the red list is now, the red is even going thicker now. So I applied for, I'm not lying, I use track job, I use NHS jobs. I applied for more than 1,000 jobs.
Wow.
I was getting, I had unfortunate for breakfast, for dinner, in between meals, unfortunate. Unfortunate was, like I was single. I'm single. I was single and
Unfortunately, kid, the husband.
Unfortunate woke me up. Unfortunate took me to bed. So it was just where I had a bit of struggle. I think that was I applied for jobs for like 6 months.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a struggle, but then at the end of the day, I got the job and it felt like yesterday, but it's almost 3 years now.
So getting accommodation, was it something easy, or your trust took care of that, or your hospital took care of that?
Would I say, oh my god, my story is very long. Starting from IELTS. IELTS really dealt with me. I can say I wrote IELTS 3 good times. And kudos to Express team.
Thank you again.
Expressors.
More especially Mr. Otaibe.
Hey!
Oh my god, that guy he's
Wow.
you need to follow Express.
If you are not following
if you are
Express
not following
Global,
it,
what
oh
are
my
you
God.
doing? You want
All of us
to
here use
Yeah.
all of us here use them. I mean,
Yeah.
I use
oh,
I use them like seeing their status, joining the groups. I don't know how others use.
so
but that's
all
what
of
I
us
join
use
the
a
group.
product of Express.
Express saving life since
I
1948.
told Mr. Otaibe even 12 midnight and he will still pick my call. I'll say,
Express.
I gave you assignment, you should do it. I said, oh my god, this guy
I
has
joined
a
their Telegram.
Oh, I wrote IELTS. Then when I got here, no, the way of writing an exam in Nigeria and writing an exam in UK, there's a little bit. Here you must learn how to talk. That was what I found out. You have to talk, and when you're talking, you need to talk what they can understand. You just don't talk like that. I got here, I thought Oski is just like entering there, doing and coming out. Oh my god, I entered the first time. It wasn't easy. I failed 7 good stations. Oh, 7 to pass, only 3. I came out, I was looking at myself like this. Actually, when I came out, I was like, oh,
You did
Choma,
very
you
well.
made it.
You did very well. That's what people don't know. You go inside and say you did very well. I will smash the exam.
When the result now came out, I now called Otaibe again. I said, I didn't make it. Said, you need to go back. This time, you have to read. You have to talk. Show them. And kudos to him. The second time, I cleared the 7 at once.
That's the
I
same.
was
That's
so
a
happy.
given.
Then, my trust on my care home, Barchester, they are really lovely. They took care of everything. They gave me my accommodation. They even had to give me £2,000 for me to start off my life. Yes,
Grace.
credit into my
Grace.
account. And
Serious?
yes,
You need
My mom,
£2,000.
They give me 1,000.
They give me
in my care home.
2,000 pounds.
1,000 like pocket money.
I didn't
Really
lack
true.
anything.
So
Like,
see, we've got care homes
But
here, and we've got hospitals
They
here.
took
So
100
that's
pounds
good.
from my account every month. They got their
yeah,
1,000
they were
back.
just taking it
They'll
back.
take it back from me.
Oh, they took it back.
Took it
So
back.
look at that.
Yeah, they took it back.
But at least,
But at least it's not something.
Let me drink to that.
I don't think.
But at least at that moment, I wasn't broke. I
No,
was
but
born.
then the most important thing was when you were coming in at that time, you didn't really have much, and they supported you with the
Definitely.
£2,000.
Yeah.
So even if they collected it later, it was still something.
Yes,
You understand?
that's
That's
still
good.
something.
So is there any other person here that the church didn't support with accommodation and
They did like
3 months.
for 2 months.
No, mine was 3 months.
Okay.
They gave me
Mine was
permission for 3
Wow.
months.
are you guys
Yeah.
here? So if you want to come, you guys should come now with work visa. 'Cause
So
months.
when people say IELTS, CBT, I didn't have any issues with those. I passed Oscar's first attempt. What dealt with me was accommodation. There was a day I stayed in shared apartment. There was a day the person I stayed with locked me out in the cold.
Oh,
I
wow.
almost
Oh my
died. I know it's UK. You can't. Like, I'm willing to call it police on a fellow Nigerian.
yeah.
We talk about my struggles. My own was accommodation. After 28 days, they kicked me out of. They gave me notice. Let me also kick me out. And by then, I had already arranged and prepared for a shared accommodation. I would stay, and it was just with a African family, and I'll pay for one room. And it was not like very legal, no contract involved, nothing. It was just informal arrangement. Let me not call it illegal. Informal arrangement. Transfer the money to your account, and then I'll stay with you till I can figure out my place. And then one day she was in a bad mood and then she locked me out. It was like 10 degrees. But 10 degrees is not that cold. But if you're coming from Nigeria, that is KB State precisely, that is like 40 degrees, and you come to 10 degrees, it's like you're in a freezer. And then I was stood there outside thinking about my life and thinking, should I book this flight home? Should I go? Because I was absolutely freezing. And I went to Travel Lodge. I don't know if you know Travel Lodge.
Yeah.
I paid £30 and stayed. So coming to the UK, you will not have rules. Even if you pass all your exams at first attempt, like me, get a good job, get an offer, get support, they'll see with that thing that would make you know that, okay, fine, you are here for challenges. Another part was the accent. North East England has this Geordie accent that nobody understands what they are saying except them. And I had to learn. I had
As
to
in, and they're
listen.
speaking English.
And they're speaking actually
Yeah,
English.
but they're fast. Like,
It's not BBC English.
If you were not East,
Not East
North
England.
yeah.
The Newcastle area, Greater Newcastle area, they have the Geordie accent.
Like,
Like,
that's how the accent is. I met them on the
oh,
train.
yeah, exactly.
Oh my God, they're
It's
speaking English,
but you can't
but they're
hear
not
them.
speaking English.
I heard some few fellas speaking the same.
you should
On
meet
the train.
You should meet the
this is
Scots,
like-
eh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is not Scott too.
Ah,
The
the
one is
Scots.
quite different. The one
Geordie
we speak in
accent.
Liverpool is different.
It's
from
different.
And that's what
Please.
they speak at work, and you're like, excuse me, do you hand over? You're like, they are done with the handover, but
But you can't
single
think
thing.
of anything.
You've not heard a single thing.
So that means that thing they normally see on, you know, those things on TikTok that they were like, oh, okay, people when you get
Exactly. Yeah.
ah,
I had to learn the accent. I had to cope with their work
So,
culture.
yeah.
You know the fake smile.
yeah.
They are gossiping about you.
unmute it. So that's just my.
And they say, are you alright? 10 times a
You're
day.
right.
Like, did I tell you I was sick? I'm alright.
Exactly,
Just
that's
mind your
it,
business
yeah.
and be good.
Yeah.
So I had to adapt to the culture, to mashed potato in my entire life. Not
Oh,
even
okay.
like food.
Mashed potato and jacket
So the
potato.
food also was still a bit.
Yeah, I had to adjust to food,
See,
to
now I haven't
language,
adjusted.
to look at you and ask you like, do you have cars in your country? And you're like, are you? Because
You have
a professional mood.
Cars. Do you have a
Uh,
contrary?
I've not really
Experienced
seen the
touch.
bad sides.
Yeah.
I don't know
Oh,
if
he's
it's
with,
because
like-
of where I'm coming from, but
So where are you, just in case, so people might come to your side?
no, it's not as if
Yeah.
it's not as if anywhere is bad, anywhere it's good. It's just I feel all of this stuff is based on individual.
Luck.
Yeah, just based on it's not the luck. It's based on the individual.
I think it's where you work. The NHS has the most
It's
structured
never
way of
been
dealing
luck.
with things.
does not mean that we don't really see worse and see people who come into the hospital and then they call you all sort of not because of how your skin color, but get called lots of names. It's just normal. So it's not like a targeted
It's not
stuff that you
targeted.
call racism
So,
or stuff like that. It's just people being ill and being everybody. Just,
where we come from, basically, we've got people from different tribes. You understand? And then in that same tribe, for you to go into another tribe, people are resistant to change. So seeing someone from another place, they'll tend to favor their own over another place. You feel it's something like that with them, or it's just like it's something else entirely.
well, sometimes I would say it's targeted. people usually favor those from their sides, but it's not something we talk about. It's just we just know that it's just there. It's just
It's
there.
just there.
It's just there. It's normal because
yeah.
if I see my fellow black person,
Yeah.
I'm not saying that I will favor you, but we know these
You
things. We know
connect
these
more.
things. Yeah, you connect
Yeah.
more.
Passion is there, yeah.
Yeah, so it's just a natural flow.
So if you want to compare, because you guys work in the health sector, if I'm correct, right?
Yeah.
So if you want to compare now, basically because of all you've experienced so far within the hospital sector, in terms of there could be discrimination, not every, it could be individual or other sort of things. So will you say back home, it was better in terms of the healthcare, like in the healthcare work sector, or will you say that it's better even if there's discrimination, it's still better here compared to the one you experience back home, or you don't experience such a thing back home?
I would say I'm from a minority tribe in Nigeria. All my life I've experienced discrimination. Leaving south to go to a majority southwest state, Yoruba speaking state, to go and work. That one, discrimination is based on language, not skin color.
Yeah.
But this one is assumed superiority. It's like somebody feeling like they've not gone to school, nothing, absolutely nothing, have a university degree, and they just assume that they're better than you because for some reason their skin has no melanin.
Like back home, what we battled with was tribalism. Then coming down here is just racism. So I think it's normal thing.
Just normal, so it's like
Normal
almost
stuff, yeah.
similar thing,
Yeah.
just in different. So
It's
will
a
you still
different
encourage people
environment.
now to stay calm down?
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely.
The main thing is that we don't come. we don't come. So nothing can change it except you don't know what you're doing. So ain't going nowhere.
Your money, you always get your money at the end of the
We
month.
stay here.
You're not being old. You just working.
Like this month now, 19th. It ain't go.
I think focus on what brought you here. For me, like I said in the beginning, Sakpa, I didn't come here to complain. So no matter what you do to me, I'm not complaining. Except like my manager stands up and say, "Oh, what they did to you is wrong." I was like surprised. Oh, it's wrong. I'm not bothered.
But what I think is, if you're able to talk, if you're able to express yourself, I don't think they'll be able to do that to you. But when you're closing your mouth, like you're following them sheepishly,
It's not like that
I
though.
think. But when you're able to stand firm on your ground,
After I stood firm for my grand, or not for my grand, after I stood firm on my grand, that was when I started receiving the words. They started saying, I call patients fat. I call this one. I do that one. I don't have to keep my phone, stop using my phone for 2 months just to see the next reaction.
like what I used to tell my
So-
friends in my work, like there's this my friend, they are always, because she can't talk. I'm like, her mouth speak. I used to tell her, don't insult anybody,
Alright.
but respect them and talk your mind. Just say your mind. Say it out and go your way.
So that's what you
Don't-
advise young
yeah,
people coming in.
Yes, I will advise them, don't insult anybody, respect them, but always say your mind and go your way. Because them themselves, they will say their mind and they'll go their way. So you yourself, say your mind and go your way.
If
but
you
don't
can,
insult or
if you
respect
can
them.
shun someone, definitely shun, but don't insult. You know, sometimes they can piss you off up to the point that you be like, and most of them you see now, then you be like, I will fist slap you, but then you just behave professionally. You just be like, well, I don't blame anybody. Na Buhari I blame, or na Tinubu I blame. So that's what it's not. Just stand up for your rights, say something professionally, but don't go, gaga. You know what I mean? Get what I mean? Yeah.
So in terms of this, since we're still talking about work environments now, so will you say, because of all this discrimination that you guys said you experienced, though you say you didn't experience it, so I beg to
I didn't
differ in your
experience
case.
it.
Okay, you too, you didn't experience it.
Well,
How do you say growth
my-
is in
my-
the workplace?
for my case about this discrimination, I think another thing to add to what you've said is, I think it's the way you carry yourself.
Yeah, that's what I'm
The way you
saying.
carry yourself. So as I go to work, I'm a very friendly person.
Okay.
I smile, I laugh, I'm serious sometimes. So there are some kind of, they used to say in Nigeria that dance
From
they start
clap.
from clap dance then they
Yeah.
start.
If you too laugh.
So when you laugh too much, you see that
They start taking for granted.
yes,
start
the insult is
bringing
coming
up-
small.
Like me when I'm coming to
So
work,
you know
from
when you're
the door,
laughing, you know when you're smiling, you know when you should do this and when you should not do that. So I think that's what I do at work.
Okay.
I'm friendly, I laugh, I play with everybody. but you will not carry your madness and come near me. You know.
But there are some persons for me, like the scenario I have, that one I played with him. It's not like I played with him. I try to be inclusive because the NHS I know in brackets they are always inclusive and accommodating. Yeah. So I tried as much as possible to be nice to everyone. Yes. But still or still, I think when the thing touches them for head, they'll still misbehave. That's just the stuff. Some people are just it's just normal. Sometimes they might just be naturally jealous of you, probably because you're good or you know what you're doing. And even at times, they try to see if they could find fault from you, but then you're still on point. So they'll become so jealous and they find ways of, bringing you down or provocating you. You get. So I think apart from being yourself and knowing what you're doing, so you just have to be cautious and then just have to be cautious. That's just it, yeah.
So because of all this,
Yeah.
how will you say growth is in the NHS or in your workplace? Do you think so it's easy to grow maybe from one level to another level? And what's your advice or what's your key advice if for someone that is interested in growing? Because I think I've heard situations whereby when people call me, they'll be like, I beg, it's just the money. Let's just focus on our level which we are. So what's also your advice there to will you say grow or just stick to the money at your level which you are? And is it easy to grow if you have an interest in doing that?
That's common. There's growth in NHS. I've seen, I know a nurse, a black nurse, a Nigerian nurse who is a band 8, a matron.
Yeah, me too. Wow.
Yeah, so I've met a few band 8s.
Wow.
Nice.
Me too.
Nigerians, like Nigerians,
Do
not
you know
just
how long?
blacks.
Do you know how long? it took
Nigerians.
us?
No, I think 2 years.
I think she's been in practice for 10 years plus.
No, my own is 3
In
years.
UK.
It took 2 years for
In
her
UK,
to
yeah,
get
in
it.
the UK.
Wow.
In fact, let me even call she's in Sheffield. Yeah, band 8. So I know of a nurse who moved to band 7 in 3 years.
Wow.
Yeah, and I know a lot of black
We like going to my NHS.
band
so.
6,
Yes,
black band
they've been
7
in my class.
in my unit,
Not
in my
Nigerians.
See me what we
yeah,
back then.
in my hospital. So there's growth in the NHS. It's common. So, but it depends on
What you're looking for.
your career. Do you want to go forward,
Yeah.
or do you want? Because most persons just want to just settle and just get this money and just. Band 6, band 7 is managerial role, so not everybody wants to play the role of
The
Money.
manager.
a manager. So it's
Yeah.
up to you. If you want to be a manager, fine. If you don't want to just be there, do your stuff. Like I know nurses who have worked for the NHS band 5 for 30 years, 20
Yeah,
years,
25.
30 years,
And they are okay.
Retired.
and they are okay. So they are not. Like I said, band 6, band 7 is managerial role, so not everybody is after that managerial role. I know that the money is quite big, yes, but not everybody's. It's a job description of its own, so not everybody wants to do that job. Most people just want to just do their work, go home. They are not in charge of anything. Say something
They
bad
want to be
happen, and then
accounted
after
for
this
it,
person
yeah.
is accounted for it because she's the charge nurse or the sister. So most people don't want
Okay.
all of those stuff. So it's based on what your career path, if you want to advance or if you want to just remain there. But one thing is sure, growth is common in the NHS. And one thing about the growth now is this. I don't know, different places have their own different ideas, but from my experience so far, or from what I've seen so far, I would say, I think there's an 80% chance of you growing in your career if you live where you're working. Say you want to go to band 6, you go to another trust or go to another unit. I'm not saying it's not, you can't get it in your unit. You can. Yes, you can.
But there's more
Don't get me wrong.
chances. Yeah.
Because let's assume that you're very good.
Yeah.
And there's not a band 6 in your unit. Like there's no position for a band 6. There's no opening. You know that with the level you have been, or you're based on your career development for yourself, and you want to advance level, there's none in your unit. Or you know that even there's one, but probably there are people that have been there before you. It's not as if you will not get the job, but that's like how you talk about favoritism. Then there's a scope. But then if you check NHS jobs, you will see that there are thousands of, not thousands. Yeah, there are thousands of band 6 jobs. Yeah, jobs.
Yeah.
Every day,
Apply other
100
places.
and something.
People have been in this
you know.
NHS from band 5 to move to band 7 in the space of 3 years. It's possible.
Yes. Yes.
So
The advice is
if
just
you are-
to apply to other places.
spread your wings. Spread your wings if you can.
For you to get a higher band in a care home, you have a lot of trainings to do. Even if you are doing the training and somebody applies to your care home as a band 6 or a band 7, as a clinical lead or a senior nurse, or they will take the person first, and you yourself, you still go down. You still remain in the band. So I guess what he's saying is right. You have to
Apply
to
out.
another place
So-
so that you get a higher.
So it depends on
band.
what you want.
Yeah,
It depends on what you
Depends
want.
on
If you
what-
want to
what
stick
you
to
want.
your home, you are
So-
comfortable and you are comfortable with your band.
Some people
You can
play
stay there.
loyalty, but no loyalty no they pay for UK. Simple.
After 1 year,
on Twitter,
she
She
very
moved to
popular.
another trust again to band 7.
Band 7.
The one that
There's
bust
so
the one
like-
that bust
I
my
know.
brain. The one that bust my brain is that if you get a job here, maybe in this hospital, from the hospital that brought you, and maybe after like 2 months you can move to another place. So long as it's another higher band and then you like it, they'll give you. Come on.
Like the one I know that I heard, she was in NHS and she just passed her OSCE. Like you passed your OSCE, your PIN came out. She applied to a care home and she got band 7 clinical lead. She doesn't know anything. Like when I mean clinical lead, doesn't
Care
know
home,
anything.
wow.
Everyone has said that.
Simple get money.
Gonna send them link. Oh. They've been saying this thing since I don't know how true it is. Say to enter relationship here is hard. Is it true?
Shift oh.
To enter relationship is hard. To find somebody, it's not hard.
It's not
to
hard.
find somebody trustworthy, that's where the problem is, because
You need to find someone before you find someone
Trustworthy.
Have you found the person first before you know if they're
everybody's
not?
picking shifts. So there's no time to get to know, like, let's hang out. And you're like thinking, how much am I forfeiting for this hangout? Like, you're mentally calculating. And you're like, okay, I'll be busy. So it's like the work from if you're a workaholic, not me though. Me, when it's time to hang out, I'm hanging out. So if you're a workaholic, you pick shift and then you forget your social life and stuff like that. And then here, I think people don't have that strong sense of Nigerians have a strong sense of community. I think here they don't have it. They just feel like mind your business, stay on your own. But if you're I'm not finding it hard to find somebody. I'm finding it hard to find somebody I like.
Is it the same thing?
Trustworthy.
That is also trustworthy. So yeah, is it hard to find somebody? No.
You're looking at
It's
trustworthy.
what you want. Yeah,
Trustworthiness.
trust.
Because how will
not
you even
hard.
So it's the shift thing now. It's not like they are not people. It's just that everybody's
Busy and
No,
yes.
aside from everybody's busy, you know, in Nigeria it's quite different where you see people and you can easily approach them. Like, say you close from church, you say sister, say
yeah.
sister. Sorry, 1 minute, sister. Can I just speak to
So
you?
your church here, you cannot talk to
So-
anybody.
You don't come
Here,
to
because
church. You don't come to
because of
church.
how the culture is and the privacy and everyone trying to mind their business, you don't know what. You just cannot just run up to someone and say, "Can I just talk to you?" So I think that channel of communication is a bit
The problem, yeah.
blocked. It's a problem. So like you might even see someone that you've been eyeing, probably the person to have been eyeing you from a distance, but you might say, what if I can't talk to this person?
So yours now is a courage thing.
No, it's not me. It's not me. It's not me. I'm not saying
Just
it.
an
Okay,
example.
right. Okay, sorry. Yeah.
I'm not saying just for example because me, if I like you, talk to you.
So you say it's the fear, like what will happen?
It's not
when
really
you go
fear.
out?
It's not fear. It's the privacy.
It's
Like
the culture.
everyone living
Like,
there.
Yeah,
everybody
just like
wants
you
to
say,
be
the privacy of the
privacy.
culture, because some ladies here, 1 month, 6 months, nobody has said them hi.
Like it.
So if I
to
tell you
find-
hi, you should be grateful.
to find somebody,
Hello?
here is not hard
Yeah.
to me.
Let's
It
speak
depends.
from
Yeah, it depends on where you are
Okay.
and what you want
Oh.
and what you want to have.
So what's the advice?
So-
Give it to us.
So
I'll
you
get to
can't
that.
tell me that you want something and you're picking shift, you're not going out, you're not meeting people, you're not interacting with people,
Yeah.
you're just concentrating on your work. My dear, you will not find anybody.
Okay.
Maybe you want a white lady, and when you're approaching the person, you should know how to approach somebody.
You need to
cannot
know
just say,
what white people like.
yeah,
right?
what they like. You can't just say, babe,
Yeah,
I like
I
your
think what
nyash.
she said is
No.
true. What I think what she said is true. It's like if you're out here in England and then you are focusing on Nigerians, not just focusing on Nigerians, you're focusing on Nigerians from your tribe. when you were in Nigeria, the people from your tribe are so many. Now that you are here, maybe you just hear one other person from your tribe, and that person is married. So how are you going to be focusing on somebody from your tribe, and you want the person to be in England? And then, I think it's also the mindset thing, trying to limit yourself. But I think relationship is something that's very personal. It's what you want, how you want it, when you want it, where you want it. It's all up to you. But I don't think it's that hard. It's just your test.
I think I also pick from what you said. Like you need to go out. What you want, you need to go for it.
What you want.
You can't just be picking shifts.
You can't just be picking shifts. Sticking yourself to one place and
staying indoors.
And you are saying that you want to get married, or you want to have a relationship, or you want to have a friend.
So what you're saying
it doesn't work out like that.
What you're saying
At least give yourself a break. Meet people, go out, go out with your friends, your reasonable friends. I'm not saying the ones that are not reasonable. Sorry. Then go out with your friends, make new friends.
So what you're saying is, if you want something, you go for it. But while you're going for it, from my own side, be careful.
Be careful.
Be careful because
to avoid getting, and also mind the way you talk and what comes out from your mouth.
I think in Nigeria we don't have that sexual harassment thing ingrained in us. Here they teach them what is right and what is wrong from a small age, and which is a very good thing because they know they're right.
Yeah.
So when they say here you know how to behave, I think we should also have known how to behave back home. But since some persons did not know how to behave, like, they did not know what was counted as sexual harassment. Okay, let's say they said they did not know what was counted as sexual harassment and all of that, especially the other gender. Yeah, if you're bisexual, that's up to you, but the other gender. So I think it's more like just know the norms and the culture, adopt their values, and then because you don't want to come here for, like me, for certain reasons. I'm actually joking in a very serious way. And then end up in jail for something that was completely avoidable. Because when I hear things like, he did not know, like, he did not know how. You should have known back home, but since you did not know back home, you are in a place where the laws actually work. Then you should have learnt here if you did not know back home. If you did not know what was called harassment, what was called, violation of privacy and all of that, you should have now learnt it here and then practice it. But other than that, I think
this question is going to be to the guys. Thank you. This is going to be. I read something today, and then it says that men back home in Nigeria always use money to woo ladies, but now in the developed part of the world, everyone is working for their money. So if I need money, I go work my shift and I get it, or I do a business and all that. So men, you can't use money anymore to want to woo ladies, and that's why men are finding it difficult to get ladies. Do you think that's true?
I'm beautifully made. I don't need to use money, though. Sometimes, you just got to show that you're a man, make one or two provision on that stuff. But at the same time, I don't think you really need all of that money. Because sometimes if they hold her, if they hold you. You get my point?
They hold you. What do you have to say? Because you're doing
You joke.
Well, there's always a way to a woman's heart.
Yeah.
Every woman have her own way to her heart. Most persons is love. Not every woman is money. Yeah.
I say easiest way. I say most.
So,
but that's what you're trying to debunk now. Is that true? Because now that women know how to make their own money, now that women know how to make their own money, so men now cannot bring money again. Now,
now it's no longer.
Is it what is also making it harder for guys? Because now what they are used to is, I'll pay this for you, I'll pay that for you. But now you tell me I'll pay this for you, I can pay that. So you can't use that.
Let me come in too, guys.
Let him answer. I want to answer.
It's approach now.
Well, I met a few persons in my past life.
Previously.
So, I've met a few persons in my past life.
Previously, because you are still alive.
When I was in Nigeria, even when I first came to the UK.
Yeah.
So I don't have money now. I don't have money. I think what women want mostly is just attention,
pick the word from my mouth. Yeah.
love.
Attention,
even the few men that say you have money, you as a guy, normally, even if it's some money you have. But there are things that they like more than money. Just know those things. So even the ones that even flaunt money, some of these girls will not end up with, because you'll be with a guy that has so much money and then
He's not giving you that attention.
He's not giving you attention.
Yeah.
It's like one day you get tired of that same money.
Thank you.
So I don't really think it's about
Money.
the money factor, because even we say we're not get money safe.
See, like una.
They rush us.
If you know,
Like she said also, she mentioned something about approach too.
Approach.
then I
Yeah.
I think it's Apple, because well, most women are there for money. Oh, let's not debunk that fact, because marriages these days now mostly. Sorry, I'm drifting to marriages. Are mostly for different reasons. Most people go into marriages because of money and all of that. So the approach you're talking about, who is coming for money does not mind your approach. Hey, baby girl, what's up?
Before I talk to you, buy me a drink.
Buy me a drink. You buy a drink. So most people are just there for the money.
Yeah.
So the approach you're talking about, money, no money. If a woman likes you, a woman will like you. So, but the approach still has a role to play, because most of the girls who you meet, like mostly in this country, it feels like everyone in this country is knowledgeable to some extent. So, and civilized as well. So irrespective of how they look, how they dress, you don't just meet up to someone and talk anyhow. Even if they are dressed inappropriately, it does not mean that you address her like how she's dressing.
Okay.
So someone who is dressing inappropriately might be a doctor, might be working in state house or something. So your approach matters too, like she was saying.
So at the end of the day, I feel like what I could draw out is that there's not a one-way thing, but it's just you knowing what you want, going for what you want, and then
doing it the right
respectfully knowing the laws that govern where
even
you
with your money.
approach
Everybody
and
has
all
their
that.
own-
Yeah.
Their
So,
own
do
views.
any of you use dating apps? Because I know I've got a friend recently. She's getting married next month, and she got her boyfriend from dating app.
And do you know why? It's just I don't believe
That's what I'm
in it.
saying. It works. Like I have a friend in my unit. He has a white friend, though he has always fancied to get a white girlfriend, and then he got the girlfriend from dating app Tinder. Yeah. So is like just like what we concluded on, is depending on what you want. So that's why I said me initially.
So
Yeah, the dating app works for some people, because I have a friend that got a friend from dating app and they're really serious about it, and she's from Kenya. So the dating app, according to her, when you're filling in your details, you have to be truthful, because they'll just tell you, be truthful, because the person that you're going to meet on the dating app will also be truthful. So when you're faking about yourself and you meet somebody that is truthful, I don't think it will work out. So you have to be truthful. So that's why some people get
You seem to think so. Are you thinking anything different, or you?
does it feel like I was not about dating apps?
You have used it.
Have you used it?
Stop.
You have used it.
Well, the truth is, dating app is not bad.
Okay.
Because when I first came to this country,
User.
a friend of my senior not really advised, but he was
Recommended.
talking to me about everything and saying,
Have I used it? No, it just
not everyone that going to the app is there for a relationship. Most times you just
Some
meet
for
people,
fun.
no friends around, get to know people and stuff like that. So it's a good thing, but all I would say at the end of the day is be careful, because I'm just saying this for should I call this
Reference.
an advice? I'm not saying you should not trust it on dating app, because that it has happened does not mean that it's wrong. But the truth is this: you just have to be careful of your interaction with most persons there, because there was a case where someone was called a pedophile and stuff like that, because he was on a dating app, he was chatting a girl, and then I think he decided to meet the girl. That happens sometime this year. Sometime this year. So went to see the girl, and then the parents called the police and they caught him when he came to see the girl, saying that the girl is underage. But the girl was on a dating app. And you know this dating app only allows those from 18 years and above. Yeah. So
she was 15, I guess.
for her to create the account, she had to forge her age. So irrespective of who you're chatting with, People put up different ages, put up different pictures. Just be sure of who you're chatting with. And be careful how you chat sexual because, well, this thing is a bit difficult because it's hard to see where you're chatting with someone who claims they are 30 years old, and then you start asking them, "Can I see your ID card? Can I see your this? Can I?" Because it's somehow embarrassing, but then it's good to ask.
Yeah, so I think that it's
good to
just
ask,
everyone.
irrespective.
I think
Everyone
it's
just
love.
has to be careful and
You just have to be
like,
careful.
just be careful.
But the apps are good.
Okay.
They are good
Alright.
from what I've heard. What I've heard, they are good.
Okay.
Just
What
love.
you've heard or what you've seen.
It's just luck.
What I
It's
heard.
just luck.
So let me ask you guys another question. This is going to be the last question on dating. Then we'll move to the next, probably our last section, and then.
Is there the culture of the black guys prefers dating the white girls and the black girls prefer dating the white guys? Yeah, do you think that's also a hindrance when it comes to relationship? What's your take? Just a short.
Personally, I don't like white guys, so to get a white guy, it has never been my fantasy. I've never fancied it.
Maybe ask the guys. I don't think the girls.
Why you should listen to the guys?
Caucasians or other races. I always know they wanted somebody from their tribe. Well, that's how it is.
Yeah, most people want people from their tribe. It's just
Nobody wants to spend their life
so
adapting themselves.
I think different people are different persons are they have their own choices. They know if they want the black, if they want the white, those of the same color, those of the other color. But anyone wants fine. Because what matters is love. So
Yeah. I think you can find love anyway. What do you say? Short.
For me, it's just individualism. So if you want white, look for white. If you want your home base, you want your home base. So that's just individualism.
So for what I can say now, this is my let's say 80% of the females are like, okay, we like to stick to school like what we used to. What guys like to explore more. But do you think that's it? Or it's just based on preference?
I think it's based on preference.
Okay, that's it.
Nobody's
Based on preference. Stop.
Black and white is
By the end run, you now remember that person will come from where you come from. Get with you understand. So you not say let's stick together.
Yeah, let's take
But initially, you know what I mean?
Before I came here, when I was in Nigeria, I was always telling my mom, "Mommy, I want to marry a white. I want to marry a white. I like white. But getting to UK,
Okay, we'll talk about that another day. So I'm just gonna pick like 3 people. I'm gonna make it brief.
The fact that we are saying different people marry those from their culture does not mean that marrying from another culture is bad. I have a few guys who are dating white girls. They are married. They have kids. They started a family. They are happy.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Based on individual preferences. Okay. Yeah. So everybody, if you want to go abroad and marry, right? Fine. It's okay.
they're all good.
Yeah. So let me ask you guys, just 3 people. How about black tax?
If you
You don't understand.
it's like really worry for me.
That's why
that's why
They tax you.
I never know that black tax.
The money is
Money is
That's why you say baller. They're not
No, I never know it's called black tax.
Does it act like the ability to grow in terms of progress, the black tax, and what's your advice? Just brief. Like,
So black tax is the money you send and send back.
You just have to keep the back of your mind saying there is black tax. So if you're getting your salary, you already there's a portion you already keeping. That's what I do. There's a portion I'm already keeping. I know that I'm gonna send it back. I'm just keeping it because I know that one day as it will arise. So I'll just take from that one I have kept and give. But it's already there. I know there's no how to go out here. The economy now is so bad. So I understand that they are going to ask me, not often, but they are going to ask me. So that's why I just keep a proportion out. Just a tiny tiny proportion. By the time you pile it, and when they actually need it, you said, please.
Is anyone that's shocking me? As shocking me, seriously. Like,
I think it's all of us in some ways very impact. We all have that factor. But the way I've dealt with it is human wants are unlimited. Yes, there's emergency and stuff like that. But if I was an SNA in Doof, would you ask me for 1 million naira? Like somebody very casually that she has the biggest idea, she bring 10 million.
I was like, thank you for believing in me. Like, I'm actually giving 10 million naira.
Believe in myself.
But I think the rule I've approached to it is this: human wants are unlimited. I will not impoverish myself for your pleasure. For example, my brother wants to buy iPhone 15. I'm not using iPhone 15, so I won't give you that. So what I do is, just like she said, fix it. Like, there's a limit to what you can ask me for. You have an emergency surgery. I'm not paying all of it, 10%. Oh yeah, she's abroad, but she did not. Yeah, I'm abroad, but I have bills to pay. I have a future to plan for. I'm not your bank, and I don't loan people money. So if they ask me to send them money, like a loan, I just have it at the back of my mind that this money will never be recovered. And 9 out of 10 times, you will recover it, but it won't pay because it's £10, £20, and all of that. So fix it. Like she said, fix it to a certain amount. Anything more than that, I can't afford it. Like 10 million naira.
Well, I think we all need to be wise with our spendings. Many of us left home to feed home.
That's another way of looking at it.
Thank you very much.
We left home to feed them, and I will not really tell you how to take care of your family or not. What I'm going to say is just be wise with your expenses. Because there's something that one of my friends told me back then in school. Say that thing that you're doing here, or you're doing for livelihood. They said, go back. Go back. Like, that thing should just stop. Go back. What do you have?
That's it.
So just imagine you've sent they message you for money, and then you keep sending all your money back home. You don't have any investments here. You don't have any investment back home. You don't have any savings. Human needs
many.
They keep coming. Insatiable. They keep coming. So
people will ask you for ridiculous
be wise
things.
with your spending. Send money to your family. That's fine. I send money to my family every month, and even before the end of the month. And always. But then you still have to be wise with your family, friends, this, that. You cannot sort. In as much as you help people, you cannot sort everybody's need. Know that you are not Jesus.
I have a friend.
You cannot sort everybody's need.
He called me. He just came to the UK. I think he's barely 4 months now. And then he was like, Anthony, how have you been helping your parents back home? I was like, I don't understand. Do you mind expatiating more on it? So he told me that he sent his mom. That was, I think, in October. He sent his mom about 200k in 27th of October. And then before the I think that was 1st of October, he sent another 100k. And then the mom called during the second week of November that she needs like 500. That he don't understand. He's not plugging this money. But I think his sin was that when he came and they paid him, he sent money to them. So they were not feeling like,
and don't tell them how much you earn.
That
Don't
was the big
ever
problem.
tell
That's the
them.
mistake.
That was the mistake.
Don't ever.
I could remember when I sent my first money back home.
Yeah.
So when I first sent my money back home, I called some of my friends. They were like, I just came in with them. Why am I sending money back home? But then I could remember that my mom really needed this money, and I had to send the money back home. And I can't see prayer. So, but I told my friend that what you do for me, that's my own advice for you. Just call them and tell them that this thing you're doing here, you're going through a lot. And then, apart from you're going through a lot, you got your future to plan as
A
well.
lot is going through you,
You
actually.
understand? So, the way you spend here, their expenses here is quite different from the way you spend in the house. It's just that our economy is so bad that when you send something like £2 or £10, it looks like a big money back home. You understand? So this is something you call family meeting and iron the issue. But if they refuse to understand, just when they call you, don't pick.
I know, but to be honest,
When they call you, don't pick. Then when it gets to like 2 or 3 hours, you not text them, I missed your call. Just, do you mind sending me a message? What's happening? You get what I mean?
No, prioritize your family over friends.
I was
Prioritize
asking
family.
a question. Okay, let me just ask this question. You're saying when they call you, you don't pick.
Yeah.
For example, when you were in school and you call them, do they pick?
Me, they no pick.
They don't pick.
They
So
don't
how
pick.
did you graduate from school?
Now, I graduate because I believe in my future.
No, I think it's family and then
family
friends.
and friends.
Entirely your family.
I think it probably is family dynamics
yes,
or your
family.
family.
Like me,
as
my
well.
family,
Maybe
100%.
you tend to
Friends.
The only thing is,
Yeah.
the only how to conquer this is just ration your money.
Ration?
Like, for example, prioritize your money.
Bless you.
Divide your
If you
money.
say prioritize,
Okay,
it's
prioritize
understandable.
your money.
But
sorry.
then, if you say you are working here because of them, I've seen people who, at least God give them this little opportunity, and then they feed home. And then when they lost the opportunity, the home now told them that it's not your mate. Let Meka. You are here telling me nonsense. But they've forgotten that when you were in that position where Meka was, you were feeding them. You understand? So the idea is give the little you can and then plan for your future. Because when you get yourself stabilized, you'll be able to help them out. And then nobody will say anything. But when you are now getting the all you can and then you're sending it back to the house, and then maybe, God forbid, one thing happen. The same people, they will not remember the past. They will call it past. They will not be telling you, look at Emeka.
I
Look
think
at
probably
Chijioke.
one thing I would add, in as much as I'm the one asking the question, it's that if there's a way, if it's traveling out that can make them to be independent financially, you can also do that to them. So the burden lessens from your end, and then they contribute to the family as well. So that's another way of dealing with it, apart from the fact that you have to.
But sometimes they are very reluctant about that.
But then it depends on how you spoil them initially. Because if you tend to give more money, like keep feeding all the time, they begin to feel like that's the status quo, that's what's happening. But like you said, we've all agreed that if you ration it, like this is what I want to give this month, and then you have a particular percent in case of emergency, like sickness.
Emergency.
And then when they find out that this is the amount that you're giving them, like when they find out that you're giving them 100k every month, they will not ask you more than that
because they know
they
that's
will know
what
that
you're giving them.
because you're not telling them the amount you're earning, and they'll be like, oh, my son or my daughter is not earning much since he's able to
They
send
won't pity
100k.
himself.
Like, oh.
And sometimes if you are passing through
100K.
something, like some things that are not going very well,
Yeah.
it's always good to voice it out to them,
To
so
them.
they are aware of what's
Of what you are
happening.
going
So they too will begin to look at it from it's a way of playing on your psychologist, sort of. But I think that's a way. But then I want to ask everyone, in terms you spoke about investment. So do we invest here or do we invest back home?
To me,
No, it's
a home is a home.
Let me see.
After here, you will still go back to your home.
Let's
A home is a home.
let's drink to that.
It's better to invest in. To invest in home is better to me.
with how the economy is going now, do you think it's actually investment or losing money?
Actually, you're not losing money because
Ah.
yeah, I'm not losing money because the rate of our exchange now is high. So when you're investing back home,
No, I think you mean cash. Each is keeping the money cash is losing, but each is like doing landed properties that appreciate in
it's
value.
appreciating, like land. When you buy land,
But for me,
this
I don't have enough. When they say investment, well, I just do cash ISAs with Barclays Bank and then stuff like that. I don't have that mind to think of buying land, building house.
I just understand that
I just want to
ISA
chop my life on it.
is a bit cheaper. Like the one I'm doing now, I've gotten £5.
Which is a big money.
Under 2 months, I've gotten £5.
I'm
It's
doing
not
18
bad.
months
Though
ISA.
it's
I don't know
not,
how
but
much I'll get. But
it's not
So
bad.
are
sha.
you saying they should invest back home or invest here?
Yeah, so
invest
if
here,
you're going
just
to
keep the
invest
money
back
here.
home, then you should invest in something that will appreciate. But if you're investing here, definitely you're also invest in something that will appreciate. You understand, like real estate and so. But
wow.
Well, about investment, I don't know what to invest. I don't know what I'll tell you to invest in, but there are lots of investment stuff you can do. But the advice I always give is anything you're doing back home,
Nation.
shine your eyes.
When you
Because-
build
How you are
house.
sending
Yeah,
money back
because it's very difficult for you to have a business back home
and you're running it.
especially when they
and
know
some
you're
other
in
person
UK.
is running it for you. You just have to be someone that you trust so much, because so you don't end up suffering here, working, and then sending money back home for something, and then your money is not actually being used for what it is being sent for. So I can't really say do this or do that, because when it comes to investment, there are lots of ideas, lots of stuff you can do.
How about you were saying something before? How about you? You were saying, what do you think about the investment back home or here? What would you advise?
Well, back home, it's good investing, but with the way the economy is going, the exchange rates and all that, I've heard different thoughts that investing back home is not really worth it, because at the long run, you are bound to lose money with this exchange rate and the economy and all that. So if you really have the money, I'll say invest here. It's all about the money. If you have here, invest it. But I think the guys they will really like it, most especially the guys. I know they it's just like a requirement for them to also have investments at home.
So what sort of investment do we think we can do here in the UK
properties
or in Nigeria?
Like what
sort of investment here in the UK will you advise someone?
The house.
You can buy a house here.
You can get shares.
You can get shares here. But when you're investing in Nigeria, like what he said, invest in something that will appreciate and not depreciate. Like buy land, build petrol stations.
Who's going to be running it?
House, and when you are running it, when you are putting somebody that will run it for you, make sure
people have money.
Somebody that is
buy land.
Somebody that is
petrol station.
Somebody. You get how much? Then, yeah. What I'm saying.
No, tell me how much people earn.
UK is a very nice place.
Do you think UK is still worth it? Yeah.
UK is a sweet place to stay.
It's
but when you are coming, have it in mind that you need to fix your country. You cannot just run away from your country.
Really?
When you are coming, have it at the back of your mind that you will come and you have to fix it, because you can't just leave it for nobody to fix. We all have to fix our country.
We are all living in trauma.
Wow.
You don't want to fix your country.
I want to fix it, but when I make enough money,
you will fix it. How about you?
Don't worry, they should fix it.
I'm fixing myself first.
How about you?
I'm fixing myself.
His Daniel said something. Something.
Tell us.
He said, I don't know how he said it, but he said, better plan is plan B. Always have a plan B.
Yeah.
It's good for you, not good for you. Anyway, benefit you, go.
Move.
So, but you want to fix your country?
I would love to fix my country,
And
because my country is a very
I really believe about fixing our country, because home is home.
Be a better
Home
place.
is home.
Do you guys think
Nigeria
you guys are all in UK now? Someone that wants to come abroad, do you think they should still come to you? Because UK now, their laws are becoming crazy. Do you think
that's the more reason why you should hurry up? Like, come fast. I'm talking from my own perspective.
USA? What about Canada? What about New Zealand? What about Australia?
There are many places, but if you go
Ireland,
there are many places to migrate to. It just depends on what you want, and then at the moment,
how easy
and you can come to UK, then use UK time, and then plan to move to other places, because
because for now, it looks like it's easier to come to the UK. So it's just
at least for our own career, it looks like
it's just like a landing ground within Europe. And then from Europe, people migrate to any place you want.
Better plan is plan B.
Yeah.
Always have a plan B.
In fact, plan C, sir.
Plan C.
If you pass NCLEX US, you pass for Canada and keep, so that the day the country doesn't favor you, move.
You move to now, and like
Yeah.
making
Just
their
keep
laws.
The question is, do we keep moving all the time?
No, you have to
Well-
settle. Personally, I believe you don't have to be moving Australia, Canada, USA. I don't really believe in that.
It depends on what you want.
I believe anywhere that you like, that will give you what you want. You keep on going till you achieve what
so
you
you
want.
keep moving,
I will
changing
keep on
country.
moving till I get what I want.
Anywhere you find
Anywhere you
happiness,
find
just
peace.
stay there.
How about you?
Shiloh 2023. I am ready to flourish in a hard time. Wherever they serve my fish, I tread upon there, I will prosper.
Yeah, okay.
Simple.
So
We move.
you now, you keep moving everywhere.
I will
We
prosper.
know,
like
I will
she-
prosper where I am.
Okay, you stay where you are to prosper. That's
Depends.
good. Anyway, different opinions. That's very nice. A lot of people are moving to Australia and other countries.
USA.
I think you should have a long-term plan
Yeah.
and work
Yeah, it
towards
depends
it.
on what you have.
Towards
Yeah,
it.
your plan. Yeah. So your plan depends on
Like most
what
of
you want
us,
to do.
our plans are not
To
UK.
stay here.
Our plans are not UK. We
USA.
just came to UK because of it is a starting point and it's the easiest way to it's the easiest place to migrate to.
Yeah.
You get, so we just had to enter first, then get other opportunities to go to where we want to stay and get betterment for our lives.
But for me, I think UK is a bit safe and compared to other places, but I don't know yet anyways, except when the spirit leads. But I think UK is good.
All right, thank you guys so much for your time so far. Sincerely grateful. My people, you've heard from them, you've listened so far. You make your choice, and you decide what you want to do, whether you want to come to UK after listening to all this, or do you want to use UK as a stepping ground. And like they've said, they've advised you, we've asked what is their best advice to you. You said the best advice is to leave as fast as you can. Why another person said the best advice is to leave, and also remember that you need to plan back for your country, because at the end of the day, we are the youths. We have to fix our country. We can't leave our country, because if everyone leaves their country at the end of the day and go back when we are old, our country becomes a mortuary. And that's what it means. So at the end of the day, people that fix the UK are youths like us. So we need to fix our country too.
Youth like us that have money.
They have money, like you
I don't
said.
get
Or fix
money,
yourself.
If you get money, you get
But you
voice.
need to fix
If
yourself.
you don't get money, you don't get voice.
Yeah, but you've heard everyone have different opinions. See? Anyway, thank you guys so much, and see you in our next video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, to subscribe to our channel as well. Hit the notification bell so that when you hear pum, you open it. Thank you, and bye for now.
Bye.